at a pretty amazing place today, this morning. I am at Efteling. It's actually the Efteling Hotel behind me. Efteling is one of the largest amusement parks in all of Europe. In fact, it has been voted as the best amusement park. It's been around before World War II. Actually, it started out as a sports park back in the 1930s, and then unfortunately World War II happened and it was put on hold. And of course, here in the town where Efteling is, German soldiers were here, and it was a pretty devastating time. After the war ended, then it eventually became Efteling Park, and they started out with what's called Fairy Tale Forest, which I'm going to try and walk through today and film a little bit about that. And then later on, many years later, in 1978, the amazing, at the time, haunted house opened inside, and it just recently closed that haunted house. But it's amazing to think that Efteling started out with, as far as main attraction, was a haunted house. And it is said, since the war, the forests here, which Efteling is behind here, is haunted, or are haunted. Many claim that they've witnessed apparitions in the forests around here. In fact, when I was here many years ago, I was walking back to our hotel. My wife and I were walking back to our hotel, and what happened was we heard some strange noises in the forest, and there was no one else. We were out really late because we were at a Christmas party, so we were out really late, and we came back to the hotel through the woods, the Efteling woods, the forest there, and we heard these strange noises, and I started just taking pictures. And when I took pictures and I checked them when I got home, I captured this strange orb, and not just a small one that somebody could mistake as an insect or dust or anything. No, it was huge. It's like really amazing. And as we were heading back to the hotel, and we continued to walk even after I didn't know we captured that in the photo at the time, but even after that and we were walking towards the hotel, we heard more strange things in the forest. I heard a voice, and we heard something we can't even describe. It was really spooky and freaky. But we're not the only ones. Since then, I've discovered, as I've researched this online, and other people who have been to Efteling and have gone through that forest, which is on the other side of the park. It's not actually in the park. And they've witnessed things in that forest that they can't explain. And what I want to do today is I want to film a little bit of the Fairy Tale Forest inside the park this morning if I can. I'm going to see how much I can get it, and then I'll be able to show you that. So Efteling is my favorite amusement park in the world. It is by far. On our way to Efteling. And right in front of us now is Efteling. Alright, y'all, I'm inside Efteling now in the main entrance. Special for hotel guests that can get in early to the park. And we're in that part, and there's some beautiful swans out here. You just have to see them. So basically, if you are a hotel guest to Efteling, you can enter the park early. Similar to most amusement parks like Disney, you can enter early and go on some of the rides that are already open. Man, this is just beautiful. So one of the secrets about coming to Efteling very early in the morning, my favorite ride is called the Droomvlucht. And it's It's a ride where you go up and up and up into this building, and you see all these fairies, these deer, these elves, and it's really amazing. But the ride itself, sort of, it's not really a roller coaster per se, but you're going up to the top, and then at the end you come zooming down in a circle around this rainforest, and it's really awesome. So one of the secret tips, if you ever come to Efteling and you stay in the hotel, when you come through, most people who come in the park are going for the crazy roller coasters rides first. They're not going to the Droomvlucht first. So go to the Droomvlucht first in the morning. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I'll put the name at the bottom of the video. Go there first, and you'll get in early, and you could probably ride it 2, maybe 3 times before the park even opens for regular guests. And that's just a special tip for you, paranormal travelers. Do that, and you'll love that ride, and you won't regret going on it as many times as you can. Oh my God, check it out. Inside the doorway here is the peacock. How cool is that? It can't get inside. Hello. It's the peacock. Oh my gosh. I don't want to scare it. Now we're at the top. So we're about to go into Fairy Tale Forest. And this is where you enter. So Fairy Tale Forest opened up in 1952, was the first main attraction of Efteling Park. And really all it was these animatronic little houses that brought stories to life for the children. Red Riding Hood. And there she is, there's Red Riding Hood. She's behind the fence. So it's a beautiful little path through the Fairy Tale Forest. And you see all these amazing sights. They're just hidden in here. Not really hidden, of course, but oh my God, Hansel and Gretel. It's actually kind of scary. The amazing thing is I'm standing here, it actually smells like gingerbread. For a small fee, you can get a prize out of the donkey's ass. Oh my goodness. Seriously, folks. Uh-oh, can you guess who's in here? Ooh. I give you 3 guesses as to who's in here. So Efteling's been around since before World War II. So you can imagine in all that time, there's been many iterations and many different characters. Let me show you a few, and some of them are downright frightening. You got to see them for yourself. So yeah, it's a children's park, but my goodness, pretty creepy. This is Danse Macabre, the brand new ride. Hope I said it all creepy like. So this is the new ride. It takes and replaces the haunted show that used to be here, or the haunted house, if you will, that used to be here. And this Danse Macabre replaces it. And it is by far the busiest ride in the park at the moment. It's supposed to be pretty spooky. I have yet to be inside. Here I am, ready to go on the ride and see what it's all about.
Valt ook een camera op, please.
Okay, we just came out of Danse Macabre here in Efteling. That ride was amazing. Disney, you're gonna have to up your game. That's the best ride I've been in a long time. It's really amazing how you can walk in such a huge park like this and find spots of seclusion It's really just fascinating, but you have to see this. It's so beautiful. But as you can see, there's not a lot of people. So I'm just waiting for the last remnants to leave, and there's just a duck all by itself out there in the water. Ah, if you look close enough, there's many of them. But when you're in here at night and they're closing and there's nobody in here with you, it's really spooky. Oh wow, look at this. These are things you see here only in the nighttime. I've never noticed that before until just now. The interesting thing about it, as I was mentioning in the other portion of the forest before you come in the park, this was during the war. There was a lot of conflict here. So where we're walking right now, it's no wonder a lot of people consider this area to be haunted. According to urban legend, the whole land around here is haunted due to what happened not just in World War II, but long before that as well. To think that now it is just an amazing amusement park, one of the best in the world for joy and for life, you know, but at the same time, it's pretty spooky. They've done a good job of that. But if you really read the Brothers Grimm stories and other fairy tales, they're all pretty spooky if you think about it. I mean, just Rapunzel herself there, lowering her hair, being trapped in the tower. And now we're coming up to the most famous guest of the fairy tale forest. The Little Red Riding Hood. What's wrong with your eyes? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not the wolf, but you're kind of spooking me. You look a bit possessed, if you will. It's really interesting how the shadow cast on her eyes from the darkness and the light really gives her a different perspective than during the day, where during the day she looks cute and adorable, and during the night she looks very scary. I'm almost worried for the wolf, because the wolf doesn't know what he's in for with this one at night. Don't you agree? All right, I'm backing away. Good luck, wolf. I don't think this is going to turn out well for you. Wow, she looks really creepy at night, doesn't she? Yeah, very creepy. this is, for me personally, the best time to be in Efteling after just about everyone's left. The only people you really see walking around here still are the workers. Okay, so now I'm out in Efteling at night, and I'm walking the path where that orb was caught in a photograph. And I wanted to come out here. It's in the dark, but there's not a lot of people walking out, as you can see. So I wanted to film a little bit and see what I could capture on camera. Now the thing about this is, although this is an amazing amusement park, back during World War II, this was anything but. The park had already, as a sports complex, had already been built. But during World War II, the Nazis were here. This was a major ammunition supply area for them. This forest right here where I am. In fact, right here, which you can't see because of the dark, is a World War II crater that is still there. Several of them going through. This whole forest was conflict. A lot of people died. There was prisoners held out here in the forest. There was the Nazis actually captured people from the town nearby, that they sent them to concentration camps and labor camps, came from right here. Okay, so what I was concerned with when I originally filmed here or took the photographs, it actually was late at night, later than this, and there were no people out. And we were heading back to the hotel after a special Christmas dinner that went late into the night. So this is the section of the area where I captured the orb. Now what you're going to see up here as I walk through here this morning, I'm going to turn on my EMF detector, which I just wanted to come out. I have to stay away from these light fixtures that light the path so that we don't, but look what I am getting. I'm staying away from them. Wow, and there's definitely EMF activity out here, and strong EMF activity. But if you look, I'm away from the light fixtures. They're not even close to me. And I'm walking out here. Now, this is actually what I wanted to do, is because I was told that if I walk out a little bit into the woods here, I would come to bomb craters from World War II. And what a lot of people know is during World War II, so now I'm definitely on the path that I'm in the forest area. So I'm looking out for the craters. So another thing they did to the ammo supplies is they blew them up. The Nazis blew them up. And yes, when you look out here, it definitely, I'm taking the oh wow, those are craters right there. That's what other urban explorers have told me, and it makes sense to the history here because this was heavily bombed during the war, and you can see how it is still here just off the path. When my father was stationed in Germany and I was growing up there, it was just like this. You could just walk right into the woods and you'd come upon crater after crater after crater, bomb craters. It's very, very common, especially in areas like this where the war. Wow, look at that. There's a lot of natural sounds here. The amusement park is not far from here. So I can't say what the sounds are that... Look at this. So I can't say what the sounds are that... Sounds are that... Sounds are that... Sounds are that... Okay, so I've got a little stuck here, so I'm going to walk back to a somewhat of a path. It's really overgrown here. But look at that. Yeah, so this is really incredible. Not just right off the path here, you have craters, which makes sense from the history of the area. I mean, just a little further away, I felt something on my hand there, sorry, and it was actually just this vine that was there. Nothing paranormal, it was just a vine. But it spooked me nonetheless. But okay, I'm gonna head back to the path where we captured the orb. I just wanted to show you those craters that are still there, to show you that this area, although it's now an amusement park area, it hasn't always been the case, especially in the forest, which a lot in Europe especially is now rebuilt. And it's just not World War II that we're talking about. There's been several wars throughout the centuries for 1,000 years, on and off again. Even here, or especially here. It's just incredible. But I love this area. It's haunting, but beautiful. So this is a path if you're walking to Efteling. Now, this is just urban explorers saying that it's haunted. I do have the photo of the orb, but I have, and we just had quite a bit of EMF activity as I walked in there, and you can see what looks to be a crater right over there. And there is a monument not on the Efteling land, but a little bit further away down the road from here, maybe 2 or 3 minutes by car, maybe a 20-minute walk, where the headquarters was for that Nazi group that was here during the war. And I'm not quite sure where the neighboring town, actually were in it, where, because Efteling is right here, where the prisoners were let go in the forest. Not quite sure where that was. I don't think that was here though. But it is haunting, isn't it? Just the beauty of it. I think it was like right here is the spot where the orb was, and it wasn't like a reflection from this lights. It was totally different. And in fact, I think these lights have been replaced in the meantime. But I'm really surprised by all the EMF activity, especially here in the forested area that is still unexcavated. You know, but you can definitely see the indents from potential bombs if those are craters. And from what I read from other explorers and ghost hunters from the area, that this is the area where the most activity, they say, has been felt or indicated or recorded. I would like to see that myself, but you can see the EMF is absolutely going berserk right here, and I'm off the path. It's really, really interesting to me. incredible. I love it though. It's beautiful in its own spooky way.
Oh, wat een mooie klok was dat.
Kijk, in sprookjes is alles mogelijk. Droom zacht, sweet dreams.